Day. I'm excited to be here because it gives me the opportunity to use you all as my little test subjects, my little guinea pigs for the maid of honor speech I have to give at my sister's wedding in July. I just love a captive audience. Speaking of which, I asked Oakley to lock the doors in the back. Please don't collect back there. We'll get in trouble with facilities, and we don't want that. But the speech for this wedding has to be really good because the best man has been a normal groomsman once and a best man like a dozen times. That's not fair. That gives me like no chance of having the best speech. And I have to win. I have to have the best speech. He can only have one best man at his wedding anyways, so he's just being greedy at this point. What's gonna happen when he gets married? All the former grooms are gonna have to fight, they're gonna have to wrestle. Of being his best man? I don't know, maybe that's better than the speech anyway. But okay, here's what I have for my speech so far. My sister is truly the best person I know. She's kind and funny and compassionate and smart. And her fiance is nice. Now, if I were a lesser woman, I would just have AI write the rest of that speech. I have integrity. So I'm just going to resort to good old-fashioned plagiarism. Have you guys seen Heated Rivalry? You know that bit, Ilya Rozanov discovers gay Twitter? I came up with a pretty good one. Hold it there. They are saying I gagged them. I am gagging nobody but you. So those are the references I have. My sister's fiance is a straight guy in finance. I don't claim to understand the heterosexual mind. Honestly, it's just not natural. But I can't relate to that. What do I have to do to write this speech? Start doing zins? Go skiing? Wear chinos? Gay people don't do zins, they do poppers. And for some reason, smoke cigarettes again. I mean, I get it. I really do. You know, I understand the sex appeal, you know, I get it, but those things can cause cancer. You know that. They're a class 1 carcinogen, like gasoline fumes and deli ham. I mean, I'm fine because drunk ham sandwiches don't count. You guys, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. I think I'm turning into my mom a little bit. That's okay, but I'm seeing the signs. You know, my neck hurts all the time, and I keep finding dirty tissues in my pockets. And I'm also turning into my dad, because I can't hear anything when more than one sound is happening at a time. And I keep nagging my roommates to turn on the fan when they're cooking on the stove, because you're making the whole house smell like beef. I can smell it from my bedroom upstairs. I might not have, you know, the same amount of experience as my parents, but maybe I've lived enough. I'm a senior now. Maybe I've lived enough that I can provide some advice to the new couple, right? That's something people do in these kinds of speeches. So here, advice number 1: if you're doing a load in the dryer in the dorms, and it doesn't get dry the first time, don't run it a second time, even if it's still wet, and even if you leave an hour in between, because it'll get too hot. And your panties and your bras, anything made of polyester, will be rendered unwearable and melt into a pile of gray goop. And this surely did happen to me. Second piece of advice. If you find yourself driving down I-95 South through Rhode Island and you pass a state trooper, you should actually speed up when you pass them. If you don't, you will get a ticket for driving too slowly on the highway. That's the first and only ticket I've ever gotten. And the speed limit on that part of I-95 is 65 miles per hour. Does anyone want to guess how fast I was driving?
65.
65! Advice number 3. If you get a ticket for driving the speed limit on the highway and you have to go to traffic court, don't ask Reddit for advice. You're not going to hear anything helpful, and you're actually just going to get accused of rage bait by a stranger on the internet. I hope you two have a very happy life together.